So this was another well-executed episode of One Piece, and it was the perfect balance between the action-oriented part of the episode with, I guess, Pedro and Tamgo, and what happens at the beginning with the whole mystery surrounding Reiju, what's going on with her, who shot her, and I don't know if Toei or those behind the studio anime are trying to make it blatantly obvious what's going on here, but unless you're like a casual and don't read the manga and somehow haven't been spoiled, you're probably going to be surprised by next week's episode. Those who read the manga and there's going to be a few that kind of put two and two together and figure out what's going on here. I think Toei made it blatantly obvious, especially with the preview. So it's going to be a dark secret revealed. Gee, I wonder what that could be. So, but seriously, we start off, I guess, with Luffy trying to rip his arm off the wall, or tear his arm apart because he tried to free himself. Nami says, "What are you doing? Stop that! You're gonna rip your hand off." Luffy says, "Better that than dying." So whatever Puddin said to Luffy or whispered to Luffy and Nami really triggered Luffy because he's gone whole about ripping his arm off the wall to free himself. So Oprah says, "Don't do that because I told you there's no way of getting out of there, Luffy." So somebody's obviously gonna come in and bust him out of there. Now, Pudding, we actually go to Reiju and she's staggering across the hall. And the thing about it is, before she should tell somebody, she's going to tell somebody about what happened to her. But before she goes any further, in comes Pudding to check on her. Obviously, she's bleeding from head to toe, so obviously she got shot by the gun. We're going to get that revealed next week. So, and the thing about this is, number one, this was not in the manga, so that was kind of anime only. So that's interesting. We shift over to, obviously, Brook got his hand cut in the cookie jar. Literally, Big Mom busted the wall, and she's like, "Yo, what are you doing there? Get down here." And think about this: Brook grew a set of balls in this episode because he did not back down from Big Mom at all. He was like, and the thing I have to ask now is, before Big Mom, I asked this in the previous review, but before Big Mom bust the wall down, literally, was Brook able to get a copy of the poneglyph? Plus, wasn't there 2 real poneglyphs next to that? So this could be a vital opportunity because that information has to get to Robin no matter what. So in order for Luffy to become King of the Pirates, and Brook said it to Pedro himself, if we fail, we are never coming back here. We're never going to get a shot like this again. So I asked the question again: did Brook get a copy of the poneglyph before Big Mom busted through the wall, and possibly got information for the real poneglyph for Robin as well? That, I think, will be answered in due time. But that being said, Brook jumps down. We get all. By the way, the art and animation in this was top notch. I'm not backing down. I'm here to complete my mission. And then Big Mom's like, "Oh, you're able to pick a fight." "No, but I'm gonna die trying." So shout out to Brook because he's not running. Sometimes he gets scared, but he knows when to put his foot down when it comes to deal for another sake of the Nakama. We know what happens when it comes to another Straw Hat crew member. Brook is willing to go all out. I hope to God, because this is a lot of stuff we didn't get to see in the manga because it was kind of skipped over. I hope they add in the anime, so hopefully I'll do that. But then, okay, Big Mom says, "Oh, interesting." So Big Mom summons Zeus and Prometheus, and the thing about this, we've seen them before, but they look way more menacing than ever before. Then she summons Napoleon, the Jolly Roger, on the hat of Big Mom. So I guess it's a 3-on-1. Brook has to go all out. The thing about this, obviously, at first glance for anime only, is that this does not look good for Brook because he's coming face to face with the Yonko, and you would think, okay, this is going to be it for Brook. But no, remember a couple episodes ago, Tamgo literally stated to Commander Smoothie, "Listen, do not kill Brook because Big Mom will be interested in somebody like this since he's a living skeleton." People need to remember that if you're anime only, thinking that. Speaking of fights, we go over to Pedro and Tamgo, and obviously Tamgo, part of the Long Leg tribe, giving Pedro some problems, coming in with the kicks. Actually, he comes up with a cartwheel kick. Pedro tries to land an electrical attack, doesn't work because his clothes are made out of rubber, and a throwback to the Enel Luffy fight, because remember, Enel couldn't deal any damage to Luffy because he was made of rubber. Rubber doesn't cut electricity. Same thing here with the clothes of Tamgo. So he's able to repel the attacks of Pedro and actually got a clean shot in on Pedro. So what happened in the flashback. We trigger a flashback when he says, and then we get to see, I guess, Pedro and Zeppo, I guess the dad, it's kind of obvious it's the dad of Beppo. And they actually run into Peckham's, who's pretty much like, what are you doing here? You got to choose on both of them, which I thought was funny. Pedro did say he was here to collect the raw poneglyphs, or the poneglyphs, and my question is, who is he collecting it for? We still haven't had that answered yet. And Pedro, go on. We have the fight between Tamgo. He gets one shot, and he slashes his eye. Tamgo learned from that fight because obviously the electricity caught him off guard. So that was kind of cool, seeing how Tamgo prepared himself this time around. But before they just had a chance to do anything else, in comes Big Mom. Boy, oh boy, she looked gigantic. I mean, Kaido is freaking enormous, but I mean, Big Mom's no slouch herself. And the way she towered over, obviously, Pedro and Zeppo, they kind of knew, okay, we're kind of screwed here. Then we could transition over back into present time. And there's a cool little sequence where Tamgo comes in with a kick, and Pedro does a matrix and dodges the kick. So I thought that was kind of cool. And Tamgo's like, oh, you avoided that one. Super play. We come to find out that they went the roulette wheel, the same thing that Jinbei had to go through. Question I have is, what happened to Jinbei? So, anybody else? They spun the wheel. Obviously, it landed on 100. Zeppo had to give up that he has left. So, the other 70 years had to be coughed up by Pedro. And then Pecos was trying to complete with Big Mom, which we've seen this before when it comes to like Peckham's. When it came to I guess Sanji and the rest of the Straw Hats helping out the Minks, and then obviously got shot by Capone because of that. So obviously we've seen this from Peckham's before. Big Mom says, okay, I'll already deduct 10 years off, so you still have to cough up 60. Then Pedro says, okay, I'll give you my eye. He literally stuck his eye, gave Big Mom his eye. He says, will that do? He says, I don't have any intentions of dying here anyway. And we get a cool little flashback with him and Neko on Mishi on Zoe when he standing in front of the poneglyph. And you literally had Neko and Mishi say the new dawn will be coming, obviously the new pirate era. So, and then confirmed, obviously Luffy will be the one to surpass you. In the end, the Straw Hats will surpass you, which I have no doubt, even reading this far in the manga, it's going to happen eventually. Then for the Straw Hats, says he's not going to die, comes in with one slash, he actually breaks Tamago's sword, and then comes in again with a slash, slashes him half, and if you notice, obviously the egg flies. So, does this technically mean Tamago's down and out? I doubt it, because obviously this is one of Big Mom's big right-hand men, so alongside Peckham, so I doubt it. Peckham's, it's cool to see Pedro get his attack in by the end of this. Obviously, he had the epic music playing at the end, so that was really well done. Very good episode, and obviously, if you read the manga, you know what happens next. Oh boy, it's not going to look good for Sanji, that's for sure. So, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Like this review if you did appreciate that. Subscribe to have more One Piece. Catch you guys later. Bye.